Hey there, Libra. Welcome to your reading. This is going to be your bonus end of the year bonus reading, and we are just going to jump in here, Libra, and we are going to see, apparently both these cards want to come out, but we're just going to take a look here in your first row at your current general energies, and you have this whale spirit that says trust in the great mystery, and you also have this starfish spirit, which is like one of my favorite cards in this deck, and it says open to infinite possibility. So I kind of feel like there is something that is almost trying to, it's like there's something better coming in for you is really the way that I would put this, because you have the Nine of Wands and the Five of Cups showing up in this row. And by the way, this is the Tarot of the Mystical Moments, if you're wondering what deck this is. But it almost looks like, to me, some of you could be, focusing on some sort of loss at the end of the year. I feel like you've already experienced the loss, or, you could be focusing on something. It's almost like there are too many obstacles to get something, but I feel this reading is saying it's because there's something that's significantly better. Look, the Sun. Are you kidding me? You end with the Sun, the best card in the deck. So, I feel for a lot of you, this Trust in the Great Mystery card is saying sometimes things don't always make sense. Sometimes the things that we experience or the things we go through don't always make sense to us, but, I feel like things are adding up in the future for you. This starfish spirit kind of represents being able to move in multiple different directions. When you think about a starfish, it doesn't have to just move forward. It can move in all directions. And, I kind of feel that is what's popping into my head for you, Libra. It's saying to me that kind of being flexible and looking at all your options and seeing all the different things that you can do in your life would be very beneficial, or seeing all the different directions you could go in would be beneficial with the starfish card. Sometimes I don't think we actually have to do like anything other than think about it, right? It's like if you are stuck in any area of your life, which this first row is kind of saying to me, either you're stuck or you've experienced a loss. It just says like, just play, in your brain, what different directions could you go in? You have the Nine of Wands, the Five of Cups, and the Four of Cups. Something has definitely been a disappointment with these two cards right here. This reading is definitely asking you to open up your eyes. I mean, you have the Two of Swords here, which I feel is asking you to see things clearly. You also have the King of Swords, very clear sight. You have the Sun, very clear sight. The Sun literally shines a light on things in our life that are, meant for us. The Sun, sometimes I feel intuitively that the Sun is trying to get our attention. Like it shines a light on something, like a spotlight in our life. And that's what this reading looks like to me, but maybe it's been hard for you to see. The Five of Cups is about, grieving the loss of something. Normally, on a traditional Five of Cups, the guy is crying over the 3 cups in front of him, and there's 2 cups behind him. He's crying over something that he no longer enjoys in his life. But there could be something much better behind him, and there is, because, as I always say, he doesn't just get the 2 cups. He gets the bridge and the castle that are behind him as well. Again, I feel like you've definitely been through something. You have the Nine of Wands here. Nine of Wands is, of course, the wounded warrior. Nine of Wands kind of represents having been through a lot of challenges, but I do feel that this is saying don't give up. Normally, the warrior on the Nine of Wands is holding 1 wand in front of him, and what's interesting is right here is you have the Ace of Wands. So it's almost as if there is a very passionate new opportunity. I really feel this reading is very simple. This first part of the reading, I should say, is very simple. I feel this first row is just saying there is something that is much, much better. Something that you probably don't see. I'm not trying to be mysterious here either, Libra. I legitimately feel that you don't see an opportunity that's like either right in front of you or about to be right in front of you. With the Nine of Wands, you have the Star. Are you kidding? You have the Star and the Sun. Whenever I have a reading where the Sun and the Star kind of show up, to me it represents fame and fortune. As I always say, doesn't mean you're going to become famous, but you should be taking advantage of this energy. I always say tarot can't make anything happen for you. It can't do anything for you. It's not magic. These are pieces of paper with pictures on them, basically. So, as I always say, this is just energy you have to take advantage of. With the Sun and the Star, if you're like trying to get a raise, a promotion, if you're trying to find love, if you're trying to grow your business, both of these energies basically together in a reading say that you need to get as much attention as you possibly can. Because it's there. The opportunity exists. And that's what I'd be doing here. I almost feel like some of you could be, maybe you've tried to get attention in the past and something didn't work. If you've been thinking about like online dating, for example, maybe it hasn't worked ever for you, but it's like, it's going to now. Something, like I get that feeling in your reading where it's like something is going to work this time, whatever it is that you're thinking about trying. I feel like there's a lot of resistance to you trying it as well. So if you're wondering, what is it? What is it that I should be trying, or what is it that I should be working on? Again, I feel like it's something that you've done or tried before. It could be like online dating, but I'm really not picking up on one area of your life. This could also be in business. Maybe you've tried things before that didn't work, or maybe in maybe you've tried like social media and it didn't work for your business or something. I don't know. It keeps popping into my head. With the Five of Cups, you have the Knight of Cups. Again, Knight in Shining Armor. If you've had a loss in love, I definitely feel it's like a very dreamy person coming in for you. Could be a water sign, but again, I don't really feel that for you. I feel it could be like a fire sign. You do have the Page of Cups here. It could be a water sign. It could also be so fire sign and water. Could be an air sign as well. But I feel like this is a very dreamy person. It doesn't really matter what sign they are. I feel that they're also, I feel like this person is kind of like on a mission right now. So it looks to me like you could be attracting a person who's completing some sort of mission. They could be like graduating from school. They could be getting a certification. That's like what's popping into my head. So, I feel when you meet this person, if you're looking for a clue as to who it is, I feel like they're completing some sort of mission. I hope that makes sense. There you go. But that's what I get there. With the Five of Cups, you have the Seven of Wands. With the Four of Cups, you have the Seven of Wands. We didn't really talk about the Four of Cups because I feel like the Four of Cups and the Five of Cups are just exactly the same in this reading, if that makes sense. I feel like their energy is no different than each other. I feel like they're kind of like a combined disappointment energy. The Seven of Wands is about opening up for you. Normally, the Seven of Wands is a card of conviction. It's a card of knowing that you know that you're going to be successful. But in your reading here, Libra, I feel like it's kind of asking you to, open up to something new in your life, whatever that could be for you. Next, what are we doing? The biggest change coming in for you this year. You have this last quarter moon in Libra. It says make time for self-love. So definitely make time to focus on yourself and to nurture yourself and take care of yourself and all that other good stuff here. That's what I'd be doing with this card, of course. I do want to clarify this with another. You have new moon in Aquarius. It says open up to change. I mean, basically everything that we talked about in your first row. So definitely time for you to open up to change. But I would also be making time to, take care of yourself and all that other stuff. You have the Ace of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Two of Swords. I do feel for some of you that like one of the big changes you could be making is developing a new passion with the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is kind of like the spark of hope sometimes. I kind of look at it as just that one thing we need to get motivated, especially if you've been feeling a lack of motivation or if you haven't been sure of the direction you need to go in your life. The Ace of Wands to me can be one of those cards where it kind of like points out opportunities, or it's kind of like that spark of life, that spark of inspiration that sometimes we need. So I feel that there could be a big kind of spark of inspiration coming in for you. You have a bunch of cards of inspiration. Star, you have the Starfish card, you have the Sun. It's like something is trying to get your attention between now and the end of the year, I feel. And it's going to be something that you desire. I feel it's something, again, the Ace of Wands, we usually feel a pull towards it, whatever it is. So it could be like a new creative project. Definitely could be love as well. But this reading is striking me as like a big picture reading, Libra. It's not just saying there is love here. Don't get me wrong. Of course, you have amazing love. You have the Lovers and the Two of Cups. But I feel like it's also saying it could be that, but it's also something else. Like there's more coming in for you. You have the Queen of Pentacles. You always get the Queen of Pentacles with me. And I do feel that there could be just a lot of abundance, or there is like some sort of increase in your abundance with the Queen of Pentacles. I also feel like you're really focusing on your resources and gathering resources, which again makes perfect sense. And on top of that, you have the Two of Swords. Two of Swords is about needing to see that things can be different in your life. Normally on the Two of Swords, she has the two swords crossed over her chest and she has the new island behind her. It's kind of like a card of finding a middle ground sometimes, but for you, and for the most part, the way I read it is that she needs to go to that new island that is behind her. It represents something new. Where she has been sitting is where she has always been. And, this whole entire reading to me is saying that there's like a very big opportunity, or, there's a big change coming in for you. And it's going to be much better than what you've experienced, but you have to see it. I think that's like the challenge here, Libra. With the Ace of Wands, you have the Queen of Swords here. Again, I feel like you're seeing it at the end of the year. This reading is almost saying don't hesitate. To me, it's like if you see something clearly, like the Queen of Swords does, then move towards it very quickly. Do not hesitate. Do not, do not not move towards something, especially if like an opportunity is coming your way. I would like get moving. With the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Nine of Pentacles, very independent energy. The Nine of Pentacles also suggests balance with the Queen of Pentacles. On a traditional Nine of Pentacles, the person has 3 pentacles on one side, 6 on the other. Kind of represents that they're willing to always give 3 pentacles, but they keep 6 pentacles for themselves. So in pentacles, by the way, this doesn't have to be money. This could be their time, their effort, their energy, their affection, right? So it kind of says that make sure that you're not over giving in situations. But Nine of Pentacles is a card of gratitude and luxuries, and I do feel there's going to be a lot of things for you to be grateful for in the near future. You have, with the Two of Swords, you have the Six of Swords, improvements. I love this because sometimes I say that normally there's that water behind the lady on the Two of Swords, and it's like you're going across those choppy waters to get to the other side. So you've definitely been through it, Libra, recently, I would say. Or things just haven't been perfect over the last like little while here. And I feel like you're finally moving forward, finally moving on. And again, sometimes I think when we're, I wonder if like when we go through something sometimes, and if there is a loss, like we lose a relationship after going through it for in life in general for a long time, it's almost like maybe we want to hold on to that more because it's just like one more thing that we don't want to lose, right? And I feel like you need to kind of believe that things can get so much better. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have this Fork in the Road card. Again, there's a new path opening up for you. I feel like this new path is leading to happiness, joy, and also clarity. So much less confusion. It's weird that you have the Lovers, the King of Swords, and the Page of Cups. What I'm getting on this King of Swords is that there's just less confusion. I feel like there's just a certain amount of clarity. I'm not even getting any traditional meanings other than the fact that because there's less confusion, it's like you can take action on things very quickly, or, maybe things are just working out for you much faster because you're much clearer on like what you need to do. But for the most part, I feel like you just see clearly that there's an opportunity here coming in for you. This could be an opportunity for love. Again, you have the Lovers and the Page of Cups. So with the Lovers, I feel there could be a perfect match. It's funny that you have the Fork in the Road card and the Lovers, because the Lovers traditionally was a card called the Crossroads, and it just kind of represented, having a choice to make, or, needing to pick a new path, or needing to pick a new choice or a different path in life. And so I feel like a lot of you could be standing at a crossroads. Really, 2 Crossroads cards and the Two of Swords. Whenever I have a 2, this, and you have 2 2s here so far. You have the Two of Swords and the Two of Cups. It's not like accurate tarot, so I want to stress that. But what I would say is that to me, multiple 2s like this kind of says pick the new path. It always suggests picking something new, or it kind of suggests to me that the new path is the better option. You have the Page of Cups, so, it's like things are a little bit dreamy. I'm wondering if things feel like a little bit magical, right? And what I mean by that is sometimes I think we get new opportunities and we're like, wait a minute, this might be too good to be true. Here's the thing. Is I feel that, again, you need to look at the evidence. If you're getting an opportunity for new love that kind of like blows you away, right? Maybe this is someone who you're like, there's no way this person's interested in me. I feel like you need to look at the evidence because I feel this person's interested in you, and I wouldn't question it, right? Same thing in like work or business or career. It's like you might be growing very, very quickly all of a sudden, but really it's like if you've been working for like 10 years on your business, it's probably just all that momentum is catching up. So, you're not the only person that has had this message, but I feel like you need to make sure not to sell yourself short, And again, this seems to be kind of like a little bit of a collective energy where it's like people are like, oh, this is too good to be true, but really it's not. Really, you've been working for something, towards something for a long time. And again, all the energy is just kind of catching up right now. With the Lovers, you have the Three of Pentacles. If you water it, it will grow. Literally, he's watering these 3 pentacles and they're growing on this card here. So I feel this is like a very solid relationship. This person's very joyful. I feel that's coming in for you. I feel like they're very fun, playful, very joyful. They might come off as like always happy as well. And I legitimately feel they are like always happy. They're always looking on the bright side of life. Too many good cards here. Sun, Star, Starfish card. So probably, just a very happy-go-lucky type of person. If you're looking for love, I love the Three of Pentacles. To me, it's a person who legitimately like wants to work on a team, someone who really wants to build something. They have a vision. Normally on the Three Pentacles, there's a 3 pentacles up above the person that they're working towards. With the King of Swords, you have the Hermit. The Hermit is about kind of having gone through something again, which we see in this reading multiple times. You actually have the Six of Swords to the Hermit right here. Both cards can represent going through a rite of passage. They can both represent going through something, and then, a rite of passage is where we go through something difficult, but we do it so that we can earn something on the other side. And I kind of feel that that's this catching up energy, is like you've gone through some sort of rite of passage, could be in like work or business or otherwise, and it's like the energy is catching up. With the Page of Cups, you have the Seven of Cups here. Like, I would, I like the Seven of Cups. Personally, the way that I read, I like the Seven of Cups. To me, it's a card of being spoiled for choice, but what I will say is that in this situation, again, there's clearly something really nice coming in for you, Libra, like a big opportunity or fame and fortune or something like that. And the Seven of Cups can be like too much overthinking. Sometimes I think, again, something good can come in for us and we're like, this is too good to be true. So then we start adding on things, right? We start saying, oh, no, this can't be this way because there must be something wrong. I would say, like, don't, if something good comes in, I wouldn't be looking for things to be wrong with it with the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups, we kind of get to choose the cups that we accept. There's normally like good things and there's like some bad things in the cups usually, but it's like we get to choose what we accept into our life. Finally, in the area of look at this. In the area of messages from your future self, you have this crown. It says success and pride on it. You also have this tree that says stability and growth on it as well. Again, all you air signs get these messages of really needing to follow the evidence, because I'm wondering if there's just like some murkiness in the astrology. I usually blame Neptune and Pisces for this because, it kind of makes things maybe a little bit less clear. Maybe we don't exactly know where we're going or what's happening in life, or maybe we don't have the answers, right, that we need. But I feel like you're moving, your future self is saying you're moving towards something where there's a lot of growth. But again, I would trust the evidence. And what I mean by that is if you're like dating a person, you're wondering like, where is this going? It's like, well, can you look at their actions and can you say, oh, their actions are pointing me in this direction? Again, I always say that every single person I've ever been with, they've told me exactly what's going to happen pretty much at the beginning of the relationship. I think if we're honest with ourselves, pretty much everyone that we've ever been with, probably, whether they say it directly or indirectly with their words or their actions, doesn't matter. Again, I can look at every single relationship and it happened exactly how they said it would happen, right? Maybe they didn't verbalize it exactly, but their actions did, right? So I would be paying attention to that. Because, again, I think if we're being honest with ourselves, we know exactly where things are going to go. You have the Two of Cups, the Three of Cups, and the Sun. I feel like your future self wants you to know that there is just like so much happiness, and there's going to be a lot of reasons to celebrate with that Three of Cups. I also feel like your future self wants you to, number one, get attention, but I also feel your future self wants you to call attention with a Three of Cups. I say this because the Three of Cups is like a card of, community and getting out into the community, working with people, especially people could also be like family members, friends, things like that. So I feel like you need to kind of like work with your community here. With the Three of Cups, it's like some sort of celebration that's coming in for you. So I feel that there's a big celebration. Could be you getting a lot of attention. I would say this is an amazing reading for any of you that are trying to get any attention. And again, these cards aren't magic. You're going to have to use some elbow grease to get this attention, but this could be in work or business. In work or business, I'm telling you right now, if you want a raise, I'd be doing whatever you can to stand out. I would ask for a raise or a promotion. Again, you're not going to just get one. I've been saying this since 2016. Saturn and Capricorn. Saturn is not in Capricorn anymore. It does not matter because we learn those lessons. Saturn moves through all the other signs, comes back to Capricorn. It's like, did you learn your lessons? So you have like 26 years, right? And what I would say here is like, gone are the days where your boss is just going to give you a raise. If it happens, then you're lucky, right? But what I would say is if you ask for a raise, then you're going to get one, because that's what Saturn and Capricorn rewards. Even though we don't have Saturn and Capricorn anymore, I don't care. There's a lot of other stuff that is like, I talk about this all the time. We need to be bold and assertive and like all this other stuff. You have the Two of Cups here. Two of Cups, perfect match. There is definitely like a soulmate coming in for you. You have the King of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. I thought so, if it wants to focus. So I feel that there could be a very like a long-term connection coming in for you here. So love it. That looks amazing. Sorry, I just flipped all these cards around, but we're gonna clarify through here. With the Two of Cups, you have the King of Cups. So definitely a solid connection coming in for you. Someone very kind, caring, nurturing. I would also say someone, I get like a very serious vibe here. Not like serious in a bad way. I feel like they just take love seriously. I think they take relationships seriously. And I also feel that if you are following the evidence, like I said, that you will see that they take things very, very seriously in the relationship. So, kind of a person like that. With the Three of Cups, you have the Three of Swords. I would let go of the past. Some of you are definitely leaving behind like a third party situation. It's almost not even worth mentioning because it looks like you're leaving this behind in the beginning of your reading, which we already talked about, leaving something behind, being disappointed. This could be something that is in the back of your mind. I kind of feel like your future self is encouraging you to heal from anything that you have gone through so that you can enter into this a more positive situation better. And with the Sun, you have the Nine of Cups. Love it. Total fulfillment, happiness, joy. I would definitely make a wish here. But again, no reason to overcomplicate this reading. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Again, I feel like there's something much, much better coming in for you here, Libra. We're going to pull 6 of these random oracle cards here, and we're going to see if there are any additional messages for you. You have this card that says, lessons in life will repeat until they are learned. I mean, I think that's like the beginning of your reading. It's like, do you really need to repeat a lesson? Probably not. I feel 6 of Swords, Hermit, rite of passage. I'm totally getting rite of passage energy here. So it's like if you learn the lesson, it's time to move on. Again, I feel if you just kind of slow things down and look before you enter into a situation, doesn't matter what it is. Again, look at the actions, even a job, right? It's like you might get a job and, I would kind of, and maybe you're wondering, like, is this going to end how my last job ended? I would, again, look at the actions of the place you're working. Next, you have, you will get what you wish for, but is it truly what you want? I would say yes, it is what you want. Sun and the Nine of Cups, so definitely make a wish. I feel you will get and ask for exactly what you want. Next, you have this card that says, there's a path you are meant to be on. Trust it. This whole entire reading has a major element of trust in it. You like needing to trust that you're going in the right direction. Next, you have this card that says risk. It says, success will find you. The odds are in your favor. So there you go. may the odds be forever in your favor here, Libra. I feel like there's a lot of success coming in for you. It also says at the bottom here, fears are holding you back from reaching your fullest potential. So I feel like you have to let go of your fears. And again, sometimes I think when we stay stuck in the past, and I'm not suggesting you're stuck in the past, I just think maybe at the beginning of the reading, and this could be something you've already healed from as well, that maybe you're kind of like looking at the past. And, I'm not saying you're like, is this the best I can do? But I feel like some of you maybe feel that from time to time. I don't think it's like a permanent feeling. I just feel some of you from time to time, you're like, man, I feel like I missed out on something really good, but I don't think you did. There's something much better. You have this home card that says, invest in a home or make money from home. I feel like you're making money from home. A lot of you, again, Sun and the Star, if you're thinking about doing anything in social media, there's clearly a lot of success for you here. You have this change card. It says there's a change for the better coming your way. Love it. Definitely the whole entire reading talked about a change for the better. Plain and simple, Libra. All right, we're going to pull 3 cards now. I'm going to answer one question. If you have a question, great. If you don't, that's fine too. I'm going to pause the reading and or you can pause the reading, I should say, but I'm going to put all 3 cards together at the end and do like a personalish reading. So if you don't have a question, that's fine. If you do have a question, pause the video if you need time to think, because I'm going to read the cards right now. You have the Queen of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Five of Wands here. Definitely, I feel you need to be bold and assertive and like really go for what you want. We talked about this in the reading, but the Queen of Wands is about really being bold. She really goes for something that she wants, and she doesn't really care what anyone thinks. I feel like some of you could be fearing conflict about a new beginning with the Knight of Pentacles and the Five of Wands. Could be a new job, new business, new whatever. But I feel this is just saying go for it. Sometimes I think with the Knight of Pentacles, we're over-prepared, and I do get like a little bit of over-preparation here where you're over-prepared and like you're more than ready to get moving here. So I would get moving. But that's that. Libra looks amazing. So thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your Sun, Moon, and Rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your month.